Hey there everyone, this is cloudchief, and in today's video I wanted to talk about entry-level 119 weapons. So the four weapons I want to compare are going to be Bayld or Homestead weapons, the Ambuscade weapons, the Oboro Weapons, and Alluvion Skirmish. Now, just for, comparison's sake and understanding that if this is your first weapon, we're going to be looking at both the Alluvion Skirmish and Oboro Weapons without augments. You, of course, can and should augment the Oboro and Skirmish weapons, but if it's your first time getting a 119 weapon, or this is the first time you've obtained it, you're typically not going to run out and go ahead and upgrade it right away, especially the Oboro weapon, since you have to finish Rhapsody missions. Just to quickly touch on it, to get Bayld weapons, all you need to do is go trade 3,000 Bayld to an NPC in Eastern Adelan, and he will give you a Homestead or Bayld weapon of your choice. You can also turn in 3 copper slips for 3,000 Bayld. So essentially you could get a 119 weapon with just 3 copper slips. As for the Ambuscade weapon, you need to do a decent bit of work. And while you could be spamming out lower level Ambuscade, it's going to be a lot of spamming to go ahead and get that. And just the Bayld weapons are so much easier to obtain. The interesting thing, looking at the Ambuscade weapons, is that even though they're 119, they don't share the high-end skill. Typically, if you look at a 119 weapon, the skill on it is going to be 242. And while there are some Ambuscade weapons and even the Homestead weapons that have 242, there are some that do not, which means you're going to be losing accuracy and attack. Now, in a lot of cases, both of those weapons are going to have accuracy to make up if they don't do it, but then you're losing attack. My thought process is, if it's your first time leveling up whatever job and you don't have any alternative weapons, is go ahead and get the Homestead weapon. As for the Ambuscade weapons, I really wouldn't go out of my way and get these after looking at them. I might get it if I'm, making progress on other things, but considering you gotta be spending your hallmarks and stuff to get these weapons, and they just seem very lackluster when compared, like I said, to the Homestead, they're about the same for that. But when you're looking at the Oboro and Skirmish weapons, while they do take a little bit more work and even gil to make, it's, more of like a stepping stone. I think what you should be doing is getting the Homestead weapon and then going and getting either the Oboro or Skirmish weapon. To get an Oboro weapon, you do need to complete some 119 content. So either Ambuscade, that is at least 119, so it would have to be very difficult version 2, or at least very easy version 1, or you could do a BCNM or a high tier battle. At this point in time, probably doing version 1 very easy would be the best way to go about obtaining the clear that you would need to pick up Oboro weapons. Even after being able to purchase an Oboro weapon, it still costs a decent amount of gil or even items. While you can buy the weapons and even materials you need off the auction house, you then also still need either Plutons, Betsu, or Riftborn boulders to be able to make it. So it takes a decent amount of, items to get. Also, for Alluvion Skirmish, while those weapons are actually quite good, they are high damage, high delay weapons, and it doesn't cost you anything. It is going to take time, energy, and effort going through and doing Skirmish, and there's a decent bit in doing that. If you don't know how to do Alluvion Skirmish, you can refer to my guide here by clicking the link. It's quite possible for you to even do Alluvion Skirmish. It would cost you some gil also if you don't have the pop items, which you can buy off the auction house, but considering you would probably have to do multiple runs to get a weapon, that's going to be a little bit of a gil sink also, just to be aware of. But it is something that you can do solo. All of these weapons are somewhat easily to obtain solo, but the Oboro and Skirmish weapons are going to take a little bit more effort. My personal thought process is for the progression of getting your weapons, go ahead and get the Homestead or Bayld weapon as soon as you hit 99 if you don't have anything as an alternative. Then from there, go ahead and either start working on the Oboro or the Skirmish weapon, whatever you think is going to fit better for you. As for the Ambuscade weapons, like I said, I would not go out of my way to get them. If you happen to have extra hallmarks or, extra points, and you're getting it for, like this next job you're going to level, then I can see that being more of a thing to do, but I honestly wouldn't go out of my way for these Ambuscade weapons. Like I said, I would go, get the Bayld weapons, and then probably either Alluvion Skirmish or Oboro is going to be the best way to progress. And then from there, I think you can start looking at what you would really want to, upgrade after that. Go get a Sky weapon or a Reginima weapon, or even start working on Arima. Looking at this and doing comparisons with other somewhat easy to obtain 119 weapons, they really just fall behind, and I just do not think that they are worth the time, energy, and effort. If, like I said, it's something that just happens along the side and you have extra points and you want to get it for like your next job you're going to level, I totally get that. But as, your first 119 weapon, taking the time, energy, and effort to get the Ambuscade weapons, I just personally don't think it's worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value out of it, and may you have success in all you do.